이 결국 막 어떤 사람은 우울증에 빠져가지고 고민을 하고, 그래서 사실은 이런 고민 그리고 이런 뭔가 이 극한적인 어떤 괴로운 상황, 바로 그것도 요가가 될 수 있다는 거예요. 그래서 바그비타의 첫 장이 아리주나, 우리말로 번역을 하자 그러면 아리주나 번뇌의 요가예요. 그래서 번뇌도 바로 요가일 거예요. 그래서 오늘은 이 바그비타의 첫 장, 이 번뇌가 어떻게 환희로 바뀌느냐, 그것에 대한 강의예요. 그래서 now Arjuna had this much anxiety, this much suffering is going through his own mind. But second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter, and at the end, 18th chapter, his mind is changing. In what way? I'll tell you how his mind is changing. The last chapter, 70.
Thank you for your call.
73. The last thing Arjuna says in Bhagavad Gita, altogether 700 verses in Bhagavad Gita, the last thing Arjuna says here, Arjuna said, "My dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. My illusion, all my worry, all anxiety is gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy." So I regained, basically I became conscious now. And then I am now firm and free from doubt. No more doubt. And firm, he has conviction now. And I am prepared to act according to your instructions. So I'm ready to whatever you like. So now he got his determination back. So I have to speak in 1 hour, but I don't know how much I can convey to you. But Krishna spoke this Bhagavad Gita on Kurukshetra battlefield only for 45 minutes. And then just speaking for 45 minutes, he changed the one person. He took one person out of deep, deep anxiety and depression. This is the power of Krishna. So then how Krishna took this, how Krishna saved this Arjuna, how he rescued, there is 3 ways. But Kamala Mataji asked me 4 ways. So now I'll speak the 4 ways. First thing is Karma Yoga. There are so many mountains in Korea, 70% of mountains. Actually, Korea is a very pretty country. If you go Seoul, and the Han River is going, and in each direction you see, there is a different mountain, different peak. Each mountain you go, you look at the Seoul, so beautiful. But every peak, there are so many different ways go on the top. Whichever route you take, whichever direction you take, eventually, if you are determined to go to the top, eventually you will get to the top. It's like that. So Krishna saying that there are many ways to reach to the top, many ways to reach the liberation. Actually, devotee doesn't want liberation, but at least here Krishna shows different ways, ultimately to be happy. The first way Krishna shows was Karma Yoga. So how? Through the activity. What kind of activity? Whatever you do, you have to reach perfection of your activity. Karma eva is samsittim janakadaya. Whatever karma, whatever activity you perform, samsittim, try to reach perfection. When you do something, people say excellent. So you have to listen, you have to hear this excellency. Which area you go into. If you are a cook, you have to make wonderful prasadam. When you make wonderful prasadam, and the people enjoy that prasadam, there is some system, there is a city. So when you reach the city, then Krishna within your heart reveals. Why? Every activity, every ability actually is Krishna's. Krishna said, Rasam apsu konteya parabhasmi shashi surayoho. I'm taste the water, parabhasmi shashi surayoho. I'm the light of sun and moon. And then Shabdaka, Krishna said, Shabdake Porusham Nirishu. I'm the sound vibration and Porusham Nirishu. Nirishu means people. I'm the ability in man. A while ago, Olympic game, Korea did really well. When they get gold medal, yes, I did it. Yes. But actually, Krishna said that yes, it's coming from me. Without my sanction, you couldn't do it. 그래서 바그비타에 이야기하자면 우리가 이런 괴로움에서 벗어나는 길은 여러 가지가 사실 있어요. 그야말로 괴로움에서 환희에 이르는 길은 여러 가지 있는데 그것을 축약하다 보면은 보통 세 가지로 나눠요. 요가라는 그 근본적 요가의 의미는 우리말로 도예요. 길. 길은 여러 길이 많잖아요. 그래서 깔마, 행위의 길, 갸나, 지혜의 길, 박디, 사랑의 길, 헌신의 길. 이 세 가지 길로 우리는 환희에 이를 수 있다는 거예요. Now, karma yoga. Then, how to reach this perfection of karma yoga? Then, Krishna give example. What example? Surya. Sun, whether he's tired or not, tomorrow morning he will wake up and he shows shine. He will shine. Have you ever remembered sun feeling a bit lazy? Tomorrow I won't get up because I worked so hard today. Have you ever seen that? Sun had its own routine. He never breaks his routine. And also, have you ever felt, oh, now, today, maybe I don't want to go to Mandir. Maybe I want to go to, let's say, Cheonggyecheon. Let's have some nice kind of work. Sometimes we feel like that. But sun never does that. Have you ever seen that after summer, this year I don't want to have a winter. So after summer, let me go back to spring. Can sun do that? Sun never does that. Sun has its own routine, its own regularity. Whatever you do, regularity is key for success. In devotee language, it's called sadhana. First thing is you get your sadhana together. 그래서 karma yoga 어떤 일이든지 어떤 완성에 이르려면 규칙성이 있어야 되는 거예요. 그 규칙성을 크리스천은 이 해의 비유를 들어요. 계절에 따라서 일찍 뜨고 늦게 뜨는 거 있지만 해가 안 뜨는 경우는 없잖아. 예를 들어 해가 안 뜰 때는 또 이유가 있어요. 또 예를 들어 북극이나 남극이나 그런 것처럼 이 깔마 요가는 한마디로 어떤 규칙성을 통해서 어떤 일을 하든지 그 우리가 일의 완성을 이루라는 거예요. 그래서 그 완성을 통해서 결국은 희열 그걸 느끼는 거예요. 그러니까 올림픽에서도 사실은 내가 다른 사람 물리쳐서 행복한 게 아니라 내가 원하는 위치에 도달했기 때문에 행복한 거예요, 사실은. 그래서 거기에 행복을 찾아야 또 뒤탈이 없고. 그래서 예를 들어서 양궁을 할 때 활을 쏠 때도 내가 관영 10점을 탁 꽂을 때 그 꽂는 그 자체에 무한한 그 참 행복이 있거든요. 내가 10점을 꽂아서 다른 사람이 나이 그 9점을 꽂아서 그런 비교해서 오는 행복이 아니라 그게 바로 깔만 에바이 30점, 그러면 10대에서 오는 행복이에요. First thing is, yes, Krishna says karma yoga. Then what is next? Krishna says bhakti yoga. So, in order to have karma yoga, you have to be regulated, you have to work so hard, very, very difficult. In this day and age, karma yoga also very, very difficult. But if you have bhakti, then Krishna do half the job. Krishna pull you out. How nice it is. Like, for example, in Korea, many big businessmen. Some people, they make their own business and then they become, for example, let's say, a Samsung company. It started with a small business and then it became now the global business. Some people, they work by their own energy and by their own brain and work so hard many years. But imagine, you are son of something business. All you need to do is that you need to become good son to Samsung president. Then the business is yours. It's guaranteed. If you are a bad son, then maybe Samsung, the owner of Samsung, may think twice. Maybe if I give this business to him, then he'll ruin my business, so he may give something else. All you need to do is loyal to your father. That's it. Finish. Bhakti yoga is like this. Ultimately, Krishna is the owner of everything. Salva loka maheshvara. Can you imagine? Samsung is only a part of the business. Although it looks big, but tiny part. But Krishna said, Salva loka maha ishvara. I'm controller, but maha control, maha ishvara. So, if we become loyal son and daughter of Krishna, then Krishna will provide everything. That's Krishna's business. Every parent wants their children happy. Why not? Prabhupada said, conclusion of Veda, what is that? Only 2 sentences. Not even sentence, only 2 words. Chant and be happy. Prabhupada wants us to be happy. That's what Prabhupada wants. And what Veda wants, that's what Krishna wants from us. 다음, 우리가 환희에 이르는 길, 정말 불교식으로 이야기하면 깨달음에 이르는 길, 또 기독교식으로 이야기하면 천국에 이르는 길은, 물론 내가 열심히 일을 해서 내 스스로의 노력으로 될 수도 있지만, 사실은 어떻게 보면 독실한 어떤 신자가 되므로 해서 신에 대한 사랑을 충만함으로 해서 그 환희를 맛볼 수 있는 거예요. 근데 이런 신에 대한 어떤 환희를 헌신을 통해서 맛보는 거는 사실 별로 조건이 없어. 어떤 길을 선택하든지 어떤 일을 하든지 여러분 그 안에서 현재 상황에서 충실하면 되는 거예요. 이런 일들을 하고 가족 구성하는 가족 돌보는 대로 그 와중에 내 나름대로 신에 대한 사랑을 일깨우면 그게 저절로 되는 거예요. And then Jnana Yoga. This is a very, very difficult way, Jnana Yoga. In order to have success in Jnana Yoga, first thing, you have a certain mindset it requires. What kind of mindset? There are many different animals in this material. One particular animal, he likes to eat stool. He likes to eat humans, remnants, and then everything. But this animal, after eating, he also passes through hawk. Yeah, in Vrindavan there are many hawks. Sometimes when you travel in the middle of the way, the big stool, and then the hawks coming there, he's eating it, and he's really enjoying it. But sometimes we see that this hawk passes through, and then when you see this material world as the stool of this hawk, then you are qualified to get on this Jnana Yoga part. First of all, you must be renounced completely from this material world. Then you will focus on this knowledge. Without this deep renunciation, you can't go through Jnana Yoga part. In this day and age, very, very difficult. Some people still try. Some people, they go to Himalaya and they go to deep, deep forest, and then they do their own yoga. But this is not recommendable for this age. Jnana 요가는 지혜의 요가라는 건데, 지혜의 요가, 지혜가 생기려면 근본적으로 내 마음속에 모든 걸 버려야 돼. 모든 거. 부모, 형제, 자식, 뭐 세속적인 명예, 권력, 돈, 뭐 다 버려야 돼. 오직 한 길, 나는 이런 지혜만 추구하겠다 하는 그 강한 신념이 있어야 돼요. 그러니까 사실 이 시대에 안 맞아요. ಧ್ಯಾನ 요가라는 것은. 그 다음에 ಧ್ಯಾನ 요가. ಧ್ಯಾನ 요가는 한국말로 하면 선인데, ಧ್ಯಾ는 선인데, 이 지혜의 요가의 어떤 한 격가지예요. So, ध्यान yoga is one small part of dhyana yoga. So it's very similar. But if you reach dhyana yoga, first thing it will happen is that you see yourself clearly. What do you mean by you see yourself clearly? We see ourselves every day in the mirror. But is that real me? Here, Let me ask you, how many of you can see yourself clearly? I cannot see myself clearly. Why? Because my vision is covered by my own lust, desire, anger, and greed. There is a saying, no one can have their own desire. What do you mean? I have so many desires. We put everything mine. This is mine, this is mine, and then my enemy too. So we put mine in the enemy also. So I have desire. This is my desire. But one philosopher said, no one can have my desire. Why? Whatever desire we have, actually someone else's desire. For example, Samsung makes this nice camera. Then, when they make nice camera, they do advert. Actually, they brainwash you, and you will buy this product, then you will be happy. New car is the same. When the new car comes, the Sonata, Hyundai, now, intelligence and emotion, put your emotion into this car. As soon as we see that the car, as soon as we see that advert, how much happy I will be if I buy this car. Actually, you develop your desire, you think your own desire, but actually Samsung's desire, Hyundai's desire, you are played by different companies' desire. All they want is making money. All they look at your pocket. How can I take it out? iPhone is the same. Galaxy 2 is the same. Actually, I want to have Galaxy 2, Galaxy 3, but actually this eye, which is controlled by Samsung, the designer. Sometimes, if you don't have Samsung, if you don't have Hyundai, then you're controlled by your parents' desire. Your parents want you to be big banker, lawyer, doctor, whatever. In India, I know Indian family. You go to Krishna, but don't become devotee. Is it true? You go to the temple, you get the blessings, but get the blessing, and then use that blessing for your degree, use blessing for your stocks and shares, use degree for good marriage, but don't use for to become shaper, don't shaper. It's not a good thing. So, 다시 이야기를 하자면, 우리가 사실은 뭔가를 바라고 다 하는데, 사실 이 바람, 욕망 그 자체는 우리 스스로 욕망이 아니에요. 사실 우리가 우리 자신을 깨끗하게 못 봐요. So, Dhyan Yoga, it makes you see clearly yourself. Why? How can you see yourself clearly? I told you. You give up everything. You renounce this world completely. You are not influenced by anyone else's desire. That's why you can see yourself. This is Dhyan Yoga. Can you do that? I can't do that. That's why Dhyana Yoga also is not recommendable. If you can, you are welcome to try, but it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. So we recommend, and Prabhupada recommend, why take so much trouble? There is easy path. Just chant Hare Krishna and follow whatever Prabhupada says. Follow whatever Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. That's the best way. Out of all the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that in the 12th chapter in devotional service. Krishna says, if you can't do this, do that. If you can't do that, do that. So many things. Krishna doesn't ask much. Here, nowadays in Korea, church is really big, and then they give you big donation. Then there is a flag on the top. This person gave this much money. They want to clap. They actually worship. The more money you give, the higher position you will get. But Krishna doesn't say that. Patram pusham phalam thoyam yomen bhakta prayachati. Patram, what is patram? Leaves. Pushpam, what is pushpam? Flowers. Pushpam, flowers, no. A flower. I studied Sanskrit a little bit. It's a singular. It's not dual, not plural. It's a singular. Patram, pushpam, palam. Palam? Fruit. Not fruit, only one fruit. Toyam, water. How much water?
1 drops.
1 drop. Krishna said, 1 drop water is enough. If you have bhakti with the devotion, love and devotion, you offer it, 1 drop is enough. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is another example. One time, one old lady came, and then she's so poor, she couldn't bring anything. And in front of Krishna, tears dropping. Krishna, I'm so poor, I couldn't bring anything. I'm so sorry. And then Krishna said,